What is up, my friends? The curse of my day off strikes again, and we have the here we go for Jeremie Frimpong. I'm going to take you through the very latest about this and some other Liverpool transfer news over the next few minutes. You know the score. I want to know your thoughts, so do let me know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. And of course, I will be streaming tonight at 8:30 with the late night agenda because we got to celebrate this news, right? We got to enjoy it. So I hope you can join me for that one, and also hope you can join us for our end of season party next week. We've got 2 shows coming up at the Hot Water Comedy Club. Next Sunday, we've got our title celebration party, and then we have our Anfield Agenda reunion end of season party 3 days later. You can get your tickets to both of those events with the QR code on the screen or the link in the description. And we're bringing the Premier League trophy with us so we can party. They're all ages events, and tickets are priced at just £20, at least the remaining tickets anyway. Right, let's get stuck into the good news. We were waiting for it. We thought it was going to be soon, and now we have it. The official, well, shall we just say it's the transfer anthem at this point. For all my misgivings and frustrations with Romano, nothing quite hits as well as a here we go, and that is exactly what we've gotten. Fabrizio Romano posted to say, breaking, Jeremie Frimpong set to join Liverpool. Here we go. Agreement done for the Dutch right-back as Bayer Leverkusen are informed that Liverpool triggered the release clause of €35 million. Frimpong will sign a 5-year contract at Liverpool Football Club. Medical being scheduled. And this is Liverpool's first piece of business of the summer transfer window. It is a very good acquisition for the club. Somebody who I'm sure is going to bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm into that dressing room, as well as a lot of talent down the right-hand side. You can start to get excited, my friends, because the plan is coming together. And I love it when a plan comes together. Sorry, that's for people about my age, or people who watch the A-Team anyway. Let's get stuck into more of these details. We don't know anything yet on the type of wage that he's going to be getting at Liverpool. The medical, as I said, has been scheduled, and we will let you know when he passes that, because it will be a formality. This is a statement from Liverpool to come out of the blocks early doors. We know the situation with Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's off to Real Madrid, as is Dean Huijsen, as that contract is now being signed. He's going to join Madrid on a 5-year deal. But let me know how excited you are, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the here we go. We've got the posts from all the other social media accounts as well. We'll go through it all with you guys tonight at 8:30, where we'll celebrate and party in style. Let's get stuck into some more of the news, though. And don't worry, we will go through and give this the full Anfield Agenda treatment tonight at 8:30. As you can see, I'm rather hyped today, folks, and why wouldn't I be? It's the start of hopefully a very, very interesting summer for the Reds. And speaking of interesting summer, you've often heard me poo-poo the idea of Liverpool signing Xiao Pedro because of the price tag that Brighton has put on his head. Well, it looks like, at least according to the Telegraph, that price tag may have changed dramatically. Now, I'm not saying he's the perfect solution, but if you brought him in and, let's say, a Mr. Florian Wirtz or something, then I wouldn't be averse to it. But let's talk about the price. So this piece here said that the Brazilian, who scored 10 Premier League goals this term, is available for just £30 million. And I promise you, we were talking 100 million a couple of months ago. Google it for yourself. There was many reports. So he's under contract at Brighton until 2028. And what I want to know is, would you take Xiao Pedro at Liverpool for 30 million quid? Do let me know in the comment section. Now look, I know Isak, Alvarez and many others are our priorities for the centre, but if we were to manage to convince Wirtz to come to Liverpool, then maybe we would have less money to spend for the centre, and I would be okay with it if we're going to operate a false 9, or we give ourselves a few options. If Jota stayed around and Xiao Pedro came in and Dan's was going to get some minutes, and we brought in a Kai Havertz, not a Kai Havertz, Craig, right club, wrong time. We brought in a Florian Wirtz. I wouldn't say no to it, but we will keep you up to date as this one moves on. Now, Harvey Elliott and his future at the club. We know that there's been a whole host of clubs interested in him. And this piece here from Gimme Sport, though, said that Wolves are stepping up their efforts to sign Liverpool midfielder Harvey Elliott. And by the way, there is another big piece of Liverpool news that's going to be coming up in a couple of moments that you may or may not know about, but don't worry, I'll bring it to you, and it's good news again. So we're going to keep moving on this one. Harvey Elliott to Wolves. I think he could do a bit better, with all due respect to Wolves. Maybe the likes of a Newcastle, somebody like that, I think would be a good fit for him. But it'll give us an indication again of whether we're going to dip into that midfield market. And if Harvey Elliott does move on, I think we may well just do that. So let's get to the other piece of good news. And the piece of good news is that Liverpool's right-back situation has been solved with Frimpong, and also the news that Conor Bradley has signed a new contract at Liverpool Football Club. A contract that will keep the Northern Irishman here for another 4 years at a minimum. And this is what he had to say about it. We want to make this continued success. We don't want to have just one Premier League trophy. We want to have multiple, and we want to win Champions League and FA Cups and Carabao Cups. We've just got to keep being hungry for more success, and I'm pretty sure with this squad we will. To achieve all the things I've achieved with the club to this day is pretty special, and I just want to keep making more memories together and keep it going. It is absolutely fantastic news, and certainly a time to celebrate. The right-hand side has now been officially boxed off. Conor Bradley, Jeremie Frimpong, very attack-minded, good options for Arne Slot as well. Excitement moves towards the left-hand side now. We know that Liverpool want to sign Milos Kerkez. Yesterday it was told that it was going to be 40 or 45 million pounds. That would be the number, and I do think we got to move quickly on this one, because what we don't want to happen is, let's say, another club to become interested in Semenyo or another Bournemouth player. They're not going to want to have that entire team ripped apart. Iriola quite simply won't stand for it. But they know that Dean Huijsen, he couldn't stand in his way once the contract was triggered. Liverpool have put in a lot of groundwork on Milos Kerkez, so I believe we will see something happen on the left-hand side next. Milos Kerkez is an option. Jarell Hatto is an option. Ray Knight-Nuri an option, although probably to a lesser extent at this point. I'm buzzing by this, ladies and gentlemen. I really am. The news that Frimpong is done and dusted. Look, let's look at this one with balanced eyes. 24 years of age, so perfectly age profile for Liverpool Football Club. Well established at this point, having played in the Dutch national team, having played in Leverkusen in the Champions League, having won the Bundesliga, and good mates with the likes of Virgil van Dijk, Cody Gakpo, Ryan Gravenberch, and of course he has a national compatriot in Arne Slot as his coach. Brilliant news for the football club. Now, question, what number is he going to wear? Let me know. I bet you it won't be 66. I think I could be safe in saying that one. But what do you guys think on this one? And while we're spreading the good news and keeping the vibes going, you may notice an extra mural floating around now, as Virgil van Dijk's mural is underway in Liverpool. Keep your eye on social media where you'll see updates on that one. It's just a good day, folks. If I'm going to have my day cancelled for a bit of breaking news, or my day off cancelled, let it be something like this. Jeremie Frimpong, here we go. Conor Bradley, new contract signed. Virgil van Dijk mural on the way. And let's keep an eye on the race for Florian Wirtz. So, between now and when we talk tonight at 8:30, I'm going to adhere to find out as much information as I can around the Wirtz situation. The Bundesliga finished up today, so I want you back here tonight, 8:30. We've got business to attend to, and I will see you there, my friends. Appreciate your support as always. 10 million views now over the last 30 days. Because of your support. Don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, we want to see you next week at the Hot Water Comedy Club for what is going to be 2 fantastic shows, live musical act, lots of fun. See you there. Bye bye.